That's one of the simplest ways. Sometimes the easy answer is the right answer.
What does it say just for the culture of this program that y'all are back where you are at this point after the way the season started? I mean,
what do you mean back? Like
back to competing for a division, to being in position to compete for the division title after starting 1-3. I mean, how much the fact this is kind of the standard of the program.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's the standard of the program. So, I mean, when it comes down to November and it's November football games, we expect these games to be meaningful, to have a little more meaning to them because we are competing for that division championship to hopefully go to Indy. And so, yeah, like I said, I think it is the standard. I mean, I think the 1-3 start was more about, I don't know, I feel like it scared everyone else almost more than it did us. And I always understood the team that we had. I always knew the team that we were capable of being. And, right now we're playing good ball and we're able to show everyone that. So that's got to continue on Saturday against Nebraska.
Apologies, I'm sure you've been asked this already, but just...
Every time you say that, I've never been asked it. But we'll see.
I got this algebra equation for you. With Nebraska in that offense, I know that, and obviously the record isn't what they wanted and isn't indicative of their potential and their abilities, but what do you see on tape so far from that offense that, and even in years past, where that could possibly challenge y'all?
Yeah, I mean they're a good team. They got a good offense. They're able to move the ball, and they got a kind of complicated scheme where they can run a lot of option football. And, I think it all starts with their quarterback. We've played against him a lot of times in the past, and he's hurt us sometimes. And, he's had big games against us, and I think it's partly because he's able to beat you with his arm, but then when things go crazy, he can also beat you with his legs. So, a lot to look at, and it's all going to come down to we got to have a good week of practice, good week of prep, and then be prepared come Saturday.
When it comes to, you mentioned Martinez with what he can do, and you mentioned how he can gash both via the run and the pass. Where, for you as an inside linebacker, and then also for the defensive line, just what do y'all have to do to try to contain those abilities from not having them scramble and then to get yardage off of plays, etc. like that?
Yeah, in the run game, I think it's going to be guys are going to have to win. Guys are going to have to get off blocks when they want to run him in a designed run or something. But then in the pass game, it's guys got to be sound. We can't leave big guys. We got to contain him in the pocket. And, can't leave big openings for him to get out and then get loose. So, but it's gonna, like I said, gonna have to have a good week.
And then I guess I was talking to Scott just about the defense and I was looking at some of the numbers this week. I did an article about it. We were just talking about right now, y'all compared to where Jim Leonhard led defenses since 2017. You have the fewest amount of yards allowed, fewest amount of third down percentage, whatnot. Where do you feel this defense is at this moment? At this time, heading into Nebraska.
Compared to what?
Compared to where do you feel this defense is compared to the others that you've been on?
I've been a part of some really good defenses, so it's hard to be we're playing so much better than those. No, I don't think I really don't know. I think that right now we're just playing very good football, playing together, and that's showing in the numbers and that. I think the most exciting thing is, though, that we all look at last week at Northwestern, and we gave up, I don't know, just over 200 yards or something like that. And we look at it and we're like, oh, we could be better, and we could be so much better, and we've got to be better. And so, I think that's one of the most exciting parts. I think that's why, what makes us all excited, is just striving to get better and better each week, and it starts with Coach Leonhard, it starts with the coaches, and and all the players.
Last question for you: what's your favorite story you have about Jim Leonhard?
Just being there together, we've had
Oh man, my favorite story about Jim Leonhard. I don't know. I think just every day I'm coming in here, it's just Jim Leonhard, and he's the smartest man in college football. That's the viewpoint, and it's just oh man, but he just wants to have fun. That's what he's about, and just seeing him joke with all the players, the safeties, and then with us, he's a awesome coach to play for, and I've learned so much from him, and I can't wait to learn more. And he's just a great coach, a great guy.